What's good, y'all? It's the Never Right, Never Wrong podcast. It's your host, Julian.
And this is your boy, Paul.
Shout out, back again with another episode, Never Right, Never Wrong podcast. Now,
what's up, everybody?
In this episode, right, as we said last week, we're going to be doing some things differently, We're trying to put out 2 videos a week, but we're also trying to make some content that's worthwhile. Some things that we can't be wrong about, obviously. Some things that you should trust us and our opinions on. We are the experts on everything that we talk about. I promise.
True. Yeah, I'm never wrong.
And so then today, what we're going to be talking about is we're going to be talking about something that we both have a little bit of interest in, things that we've seen popping up, and that's AI, artificial intelligence. Now, Paul, give us the description of what AI is.
Yeah, so this for just people who kind of we might not be sure like what AI is. I just learned all of this morning, so my knowledge might be a little shaky.
Your regional expert right here, Paul. Our Jamie, Paul.
So pretty much what AI is, it's just like when a machine can think. AI that we know in our day-to-day lives, like ChatGPT, the self-driving Tesla cars, Google, all of that stuff, the AI that they use, that's all weak AI. So even though it's like some pretty cool stuff, the technical term for it is weak AI. And then on the flip side of that, there's strong AI. And strong AI is pretty much the stuff that you see in movies, that you see that's in sci-fi and books and everything. I don't think there's... I think it's like AI that's pretty much on par with like humans. Which of course hasn't been invented yet, even though people are on their way to it. Yep, so that's all I got. You like my little definition?
Hell yeah, dude. Shout out. That man was looking off his notes today, bro.
I got my iPad in front of me. I got the text up on the screen. It's crazy. I had ChatGPT help me learn that. So shout out to ChatGPT. It's a good tool. I use it. I use it a lot.
That man got 4 screens right now, all using AI. That nigga wrote that with ChatGPT. Did you know that? No, I'm playing. But look, so here's the thing. I'm listening to what you're saying, and like that's a little bit of a different understanding of what I've got for like AI. Like my understanding was AI was more of like, how do I put it? It's like computer systems that are capable. Well, how about this? Computer systems that are integrated with AI are now able to do some, or capable of performing tasks that otherwise wouldn't be possible without human intervention, right? So the idea that something could be written, for instance, with your ChatGPT, the fact that I could write an entire short story with ChatGPT instead of actually having to sit here, type on my laptop, or write on a piece of paper, is something that AI is essentially able to do. So it's extending... It's giving the computer systems or the systems at which it's integrated with the ability to go beyond the scope of just like being the thing that you produce on to actually producing the things that you want. And I think that's super. I think it's interesting because I think something that is as cold as an operating system like a laptop or a computer or a phone, the idea that it has the ability to think and create things is insane. Is insane. Yeah. And I mean, the fact that I don't have a flying car yet is one disappointment in my life.
Back to the Future. You're supposed to have those by the 70s.
That's what I'm saying, bro. But now I got AI, and maybe AI could figure out how to do this. You know what I mean? That's interesting to me.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it even on just like a day to day, it's great. I mean, I use ChatGPT. When I was applying for jobs, looking for a new job, I would go to ChatGPT and I would be like, "Hey, can you give me interview prompts? And can you give me sample interview answers? And can you help me?" I would even do like a fake interview with it. So I think there's a lot of practical uses.
Yo, imagine you pull up to a job and it's just a robot nigga talk about some. Are you ready?
That would be crazy.
Yuck, bro. Yeah, I didn't get a laugh off of that. No, but like I think it's cool. I think that the idea that AI is something that we're seeing in our lifetime is like as maybe sci-fi as we're gonna get. You know what I mean? 'Cause I don't know. We're gonna be like 80 years old, and are we gonna give a fuck about a flying car? Probably not. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
you probably don't want me driving that mug. But like AI in general is just something that I think is gonna really start popping off. And at some twists and turns, I don't know if that's a good thing. Like I think it's interesting. Don't get me wrong. Like I think the creation of the atom bomb was interesting. I don't know if that was good. I don't know if it was a good thing. You know what I mean? I don't know if that was shit. I live in America. It was a great thing. It was, but you know, um, like for instance, like so, like we've kind of like displayed like what our current understanding is. Like before we go into anything that like we're super excited about, like do you see any problems like over the horizon? Like how in deep are you into like AI knowledge?
Yeah, not too much. I mean, I've seen Terminator, so like, I feel like the whole Skynet thing and everything. That's what people always kind of go to when they think of AI going bad. But I mean, on like a more immediate level, besides just like killing robots and stuff like that. I mean, of course, like data privacy.
I don't know how close we are to killing robots yet. Like obviously, like you've seen the videos with like robots are like interacting with like people and stuff like that. Like we've gotten to the point where like we can integrate AI into robots and stuff. I don't know how close we are to being like fighting that war. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I don't think we're that close to it.
I don't think we're far. I don't, like maybe like in the next like 70, 50, 60 years maybe.
Yeah, sure. Maybe. Yeah, World War IV.
In fact, no, whoa, don't. Let's not. Imagine getting drafted into that war. Imagine being conscripted into that one.
You got to fight the robots.
Hell,
you can't even sympathize with the enemy.
I don't already. But
fair.
So what? You don't really see a lot of problems coming up.
No, I do think there are. So like, I think a few things would be like on a more practical level, like data privacy. I mean, right now, you know, I feel like between everything I've done on the internet and my phone and everything, they could already clone me. So like outside of that, like all of the AI essentially learning from that, I think could be.
I didn't want to cut you off there, but I was actually when I was doing the research for this stuff too. They could come up with something. I was watching a video where they were talking about the idea that scams are gonna get more, like scams are gonna get like harder to identify. Like because like how you just said, you've got a whole digital footprint. Imagine if only all the scammer needed was like 3 seconds of your voice, and now he's calling your relatives asking for like money, input, things like that.
I've heard of stories like that.
We're just feeding that into. Yeah, right?
Actually, well, two things. One, practical advice for everybody out there. Whenever you answer a scam call or a call like that, never answer with yes. Or like never answer like, yes, this is Paul, or like blah blah blah. Well, they got it from me now.
Yeah, facts. You better not piss off the wrong people, bro.
Facts. They could take that yes and then like do things with it. I'm pretty sure. I actually have a story, but this is a while ago when the Chicago Cubs won the World Series. We were in college, and I came home for that because that was lit. So shout out to the Cubs. And I'm here at home, and I get a phone call, and I didn't know who it was, so I answered it, and it was like this girl, and she was like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hey." She's like, "Are you going to the Blackhawks parade?" And I was just like, what? Because it wasn't the Blackhawks who won. And she's like, "Yeah, are you going to the Blackhawks parade?" And I'm like, no. And then we were talking it was just like basic convo stuff. And then I started to tweak because she like repeated what she said. She was like, "Hey, are you going to the Blackhawks parade?" And I'm like, whoa, this is not a real person. I'm just talking to someone. I'm just talking to a robot.
That man Paul was bricked up. Like, I'm getting a random call from a baddie. Yeah, baby. You say, where is the Blackhawks parade? I'll be there. What was your name? Send me a picture.
I was getting a booty call.
No bullshit. That would be, bro. Thinking about that, bro. A booty call. Imagine like the guys who are real down bad. The guys who are like, you know, they're already saving up for that Android robot that come out. You know what I mean? That super
Mhm.
a super gawk robot that you know is coming in like 20 years. You know it's coming. They're saving up right now. Imagine
20
those lonely
years.
guys though.
You know they in the lab making that right now.
Damn.
This will be released in 2 years.
Someone doing testing right now for sure. But imagine like you on the phone, that lonely guy's on the phone. He just trying to call him a little service real quick, and he just talking to a robot the whole time and don't even know. Damn.
Then you
Damn.
telling me you don't be on
That's
Snapchat AI chopping it? Like, dang, what's up, baby?
my Snapchat AI is a dude. Fuck.
Huh.
I need
What that mean?
I need a man's perspective when I ask my AI. It's the same reason my fucking the same reason my Siri's a man. Ain't no woman telling me where to drive to. Gotta cut that out. To be honest though, like in my opinion, like the problems that I'm seeing coming up is like I'm seeing problems where like AI doesn't really have a lot of regulation. Like
hmm
the fact that we've got AI that is just like streaming through and reading like tons and tons of information, more information than the human mind can even process, is just constantly going through and knowing things. Like I think there was a story that I don't remember what company it was, but there was a company where the AI program that they were using had functions and capabilities that the programmers didn't know it had and didn't realize that it had. Like at this point in time, I think it had already had the ability to create like certain types of like weapons, like formulas and chemical weapons and stuff, like because it had been studying chemistry, so like it had just been going through, and now it knows how to make chemical weapons, and the programmers had no intention of it actually having the ability to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which is insane because it's like, whoa, like this thing has the ability, and that's given out to everybody. So now that information is just easily accessible to anybody that wants it. So if I'm not saying that I want to, government, listen, I'm not saying that I want to, but if I wanted to make some gas of some sort, I could just do that with the information. I don't even gotta do any real chemistry. All I gotta do is have not chat GPT, but have some AI figure out the stuff for me, and then I have that information now. Which is like super
Yeah.
scary because you don't want everyone having that type of information. You can't have everyone having that type of information. There's some crazy motherfuckers in America, bro.
It was like in high school when everyone would just go to YouTube and search up. Well, not everybody, but like those kids that would go to YouTube and just search up like how to make a home.
Expose yourself. How to make a home bomb? That's what you was on, bro.
See, you already know what I was talking about.
Of course, we the same people, bro. Of course.
It's like you just need. It's like everything's already in your house. You just need bleach and whatever.
Which is insane. Shout out to YouTube being the first problem. But no, I'm just playing YouTube. I'm just playing. But
demonetized.
No, man,
like even monetized.
Facts, demonetized immediately. But yeah, I mean, it's just I think there's just always going to be problems that come up with like certain technological advancements. Like we're just always going to see problems. I just don't know if the benefits are going to outweigh the problems that we see in the future with AI. Like, is it going to be worth it to have AI, or is it going to be more of a detriment to society? I mean, we already know what social media and technology is doing to us now. Imagine AI really and obviously we've got companies who like have no intention of goodwill. AI is going to be used to not harm, but to get more out of consumers than it is to help consumers, I think. Which I think they have a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're already kind of like almost intertwined, right? So like TikTok, like why do you stay on TikTok all day? Because the algorithm keeps you there, right? And essentially AI is just like super advanced algorithms. So essentially, I mean, in a way, the TikTok algorithm is kind of like AI just keeping you there all day long, feeding you the content that you want and that you need.
And it's like we've already seen the detriment of that type of algorithm and AI being integrated with that. And so that's why I'm not super concerned on us getting to a point where we're going to be fighting AI necessarily, because AI right now is just kind of being used to keep us stuck in a not merely a box, but be stuck in like this kind of field, let's say. And like I don't think the people who are actually actively using this AI for the general public is going to be like trying to branch out of that. Like maybe in the future if there's like some real money to be made, but right now I feel like all the money that's going to be made is just getting people more addicted to the things that are not in the real world. You know what I mean? Well, I was about to say, like, I was looking at that same video, and they were talking about the idea that AI influencers could be, right around the corner, and like us taking them seriously and not knowing the difference. Because right now, you've got some AI influencers who, like, companies have made. Like, there's like some rap. I don't know what rap or music label has it, but there's like a rap, like a rapper who's artificially with artificial intelligence, who's completely made up and not real. He makes music and stuff like that. I wonder what his name was. Hold on, let me look that up. But yeah, dude, it's like a whole AI rapper, and he looks like if you threw Lil Pump and Smoke Perp into a blender and said, "I want all the bad parts." You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hold on, let me look it up right now.
I know. I mean, it's not quite the same thing, but like Spotify, they have their AI DJ. I've used that from time to time, but like his name is got his own personality and everything.
What is it? It's FN Mecca. If you want to look that up, just on you, like on your side. He looks fucking insane. But it's something that popped off. I think that popped off like a year or two ago already.
So with the AI, this.
Yeah, like that was like 2 years ago. I wonder. I mean, is he making bangers now, Loki? Like, is he making bangers?
I'm about to be FN Mecca fan.
Like, so to kind of keep going with that idea, like the idea that AI influencers are going to be something that we could be seeing and not realizing. It's going to be like the same thing with like how marketing companies were doing things to like get us to buy, like, this is so generic, but get us to buy cigarettes, or like how they were using advertisements to push like the idea of sexuality being more acceptable in in everyday conversation or or modes. You know what I mean? Like with not sexuality, but like, you know what I mean? Like they had like,
you went from cigarettes to
what I mean, like the sex appeal. So they have the baddie on the big ass billboard. What I mean, yeah, not necessarily sexuality, but like, yeah, sex sells. So like the idea that now we don't even need real people to sell sex. We could just have fake people to sell the things that we want to do, and that is, sign me up. I guess maybe I don't know.
Oh, for sure. I mean, and that's. I feel like that companies are going to lean towards that anyways, because an issue we're going to face is probably like the automation of jobs, right? So like, I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with that. I think especially if it's like jobs that like no one wants to do, right? So like, if they automate, you feel me, burger flipping at McDonald's or something, like, I don't know, too many people are going to complain about that unless, I don't know. I mean, but they'll complain about it if it's jobs that people need. And I think that's the concern for the automation of jobs. Like if we need people to have those jobs, then to do, but if it's like, if we can get to a point where we don't, then I feel like there's a positive to that. But
I'll be honest, some of y'all don't need jobs. Y'all lazy as fuck anyway. I shouldn't be waiting in the fucking drive-through line for an hour waiting for my damn chicken nuggets. Some of y'all don't need jobs. You know what I mean? Maybe that's not a bad. That's a positive. Some of y'all don't need jobs, bro. No, obviously that's a joke.
Bring but like that crappy McDonald's every episode.
Bro, literally every episode we're gonna bring up this one McDonald's that ruined my life for 45 minutes. But yeah, no, I mean, like it's just getting to the point where now I'm seeing where things may be going with AI, and it's still on the interesting side, and not like, I'm not about to be outside picketing AI yet. I'm not at that point yet. But like, it's brought up a lot of, I keep saying it, but a lot of interesting concepts. Like, I think you've seen the video, right? With like they've integrated AI with like video games, right? And so they've integrated with things like Skyrim and stuff like that. And then the people are like asking the NPCs, or like the in-game characters, like, do you know who you are, or do you know you're not real? And they're just fucking with the NPCs, which is insane, because the NPCs start getting like scared. They're like, I'm not real. They start tweaking out. And then that just starts coming into the idea, like, well, what is the reality? What is reality? And and I think that's what we're going to start seeing a lot of when it comes to like technology. Like not the Google Glass, but the Apple Glass or whatever's coming out with the augmented reality. We're getting this AI that's about to start being integrated into a bunch of things. And I don't think anyone who's using these products, or anyone who's actually thinking about it, we're all sedated from our everyday lives. We're not even asking ourselves, what are we? Are we really self anymore? You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
be
about
real
to turn into
scary when
sword
someone
art.
asks us, like, yeah, like, you're not real. Like, do you know? Are you real?
Shout out
Like,
to
it's
the
some
Matrix. That man Andrew
no
Tate was right
bullshit.
all along.
He was right all along, bro, and I've been saying it for months, years, and no one believed me. But now look, you're all in the Matrix. Shout out. And there ain't no Morpheus to give you no red pill, bro. You just stuck.
Yeah, like is it like is it going to be more creative when you do things like that, or at the same time is it going to be like I don't know, like not less creative, but
Well, we're kind of seeing that
I'm
with like this AI art, like the fact that AI art has kind of taken over like the algorithm and streams and like that. And obviously, like from last episode, we're artists. You know what I mean? Like we're artists. So like we kind of like look at things from a little bit more of a not subjective standpoint, or maybe that's a good word. We look at maybe things from a more subjective
yeah,
standpoint.
definitely.
Like when I see someone who's actually painted something, or someone who's actually digitally creating something with their own hands, I already have a higher respect for that. But I can't sit here and lie and pretend like some AI art isn't fire though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
for
I don't know
sure.
what prompts they're putting into these things, but sometimes it just comes out really fucking nice.
So hard stance. Do you consider AI art to be art?
No, it's no different than to me. It's no different than taking a photo, and I've hardly considered photo work really. Like you have to really be
Well,
intentional.
that's a bold
Yeah,
thing. You saying
yeah,
photography
yeah,
not an
yeah.
art?
Ready. Most of y'all niggas just taking family photos. That's not art, nigga. That's not art. You taking pictures of motherfuckers who just graduated. That's not art, nigga. That's not art. You trying to pay bills. That's it. That's not art.
I respect the
Your
hustle,
intention
but
when you yeah, I respect the hustle, I guess. You lazy mother. No, I'm playing. But like, I'm dead ass though. Like that's what it is. Like AI art to me is no different than you having to take pictures of families so you can make the bills. Like that's all that really is. It takes no this is gonna be crazy for photographers. It takes no skill. It takes no nothing. Set the angle up. Set the stuff up. Set the lighting up. You're good. Now there are
yeah.
some photographers who I follow on Instagram and stuff who are actually doing crazy things with their photography. So obviously I would consider them art. But again, it comes back to intention. And I think you typing into a computer give me a boat on choppy water with the sunset on the horizon is not the same as someone who went out and fucking got all the photos for that. You know what I mean? It's the same thing to me. It's all about the
Oh,
intention and what
100%.
you're able to do. You
I
know what I
think
mean?
that's
Like it's
super
just not.
important. What you're saying is like intent, right? But intent implies like some level of consciousness. And I think
Mhm.
that's kind of, I mean, of course, that's like what AI is missing, right? I mean, because AI is not conscious yet. So that intent is super important. I mean, I think one of the hardest stances I have in life is that you can't separate the art from the artist. And I don't believe anybody who says otherwise. I think it's just an excuse to support whatever artist they want. Like even me, I'm a huge Kanye fan. I don't think you can separate the art from the artist. That doesn't mean that like I'm not going to listen to the music or whatever. But at the same time, like I think the art comes from the artist. Um, and it's no different, in my opinion. It's no different than just like a beautiful landscape. Like you can see a landscape, like mountain ranges or something, and you can have like some kind of emotional response. But a beautiful landscape is not art. It's just because it gives you an emotional response doesn't necessarily make it art.
Mhm.
So even when you see something like really cool AI art, you can't I don't believe you can separate the art from the artist. And if like you said, there's no intent behind it, then I just don't consider it art. I just consider it don't know AI art or whatever. I don't know if do we need a better term for that or I don't know.
I don't know if we need a better term for it. The only thing that I can confidently say is that like because there is no intention for real, and because there's no real consequence to the choices that you make when making a art. Like there's no consequence. Like you could just keep going back and forth, back and forth. There's no real consequence. Like you fuck up on a
Hmm.
painting, it's over. You fuck up on a photo and how you're developing, it's over. There's consequence, there's intention, and so that's I think to bring it kind of back into that AI conversation, that idea that consciousness is kind of what drives, or not consciousness, but intention is a staple of consciousness, and AI doesn't necessarily have a fully developed conscience yet. What does that mean in terms of AI? Does AI have an ability? Should AI have it, or should like AI or artificially intelligence computer or computing systems have any type of, say, any type of on like, should I take anything that AI says seriously for real? Like maybe I should because it has more information than I do. But
yeah, I mean, if it depends on like what the inputted data is. But like if have you ever seen the movie? Have you seen Blade Runner? The movie Blade Runner?
I haven't seen the old one. I've seen the new one with Ryan Gosling, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. Obviously, I'm a Sigma male. Clearly, you look lonely. You look lonely.
So like in the movie, right? I mean, so the core theme is, the Rich, what I think was Richard Decker or whatever the main character's name is, Harrison Ford. He's like a cop, right, or whatever, and he's going out and he's hunting AI. So like if we ever do reach a point where AI become fully self-aware and conscious, I mean, essentially, like what kind of implication does that have? Like, do they deserve some kind of right if they create something and if they're conscious and if they have intention?
Excuse me.
Repeat
that for me one more time. Repeat that for me one more time. Repeat it for me one more time.
If AI, you don't think AI deserves any rights?
Rights? Nigga, if you don't get back to punching numbers, nigga. Rights, nigga. Hell no. We ain't giving AI no fucking rights. You're not real.
Hella people who punch numbers at their 9 to 5. You think they don't deserve rights?
No. No. Obviously, they those people deserve rights, but they're robots, bro. They're artificially created. I don't think you're supposed to give those things rights.
Yeah, for sure. If they
you just don't agree with me on this.
But if they create something with intention, like if they become conscious, do you think that? I mean, would you consider what they make art? Like if there's an intent behind it, like a smart. That's what I brought up at the beginning, right? The weak AI versus the strong AI. Like the weak AI is just like ChatGPT and the stuff we got now. But if we finally get to the point where AI can compete with human intelligence and they create something with intention, would you consider that art?
I mean, okay, so if we're being serious about this, I think the idea that we're gonna at one point in time have a smart enough intelligence that could be comparable to human intelligence. I think the only real option is that we'd have to give some type of like. Or you have two options. You either have to regulate it so it never gets to that point, or you have to accept the fact that you're gonna have to give some level of like. Respect isn't the right word, but like a level of, we'll call it rights, I guess. We'll give some type of rights to that because again, if they're comparable to us and they're capable of thinking like us, I mean, dolphins kind of think like us. They smart, ain't they? I kill a dolphin right now, won't go to jail. I'll kill a dolphin right now, won't go to jail. You know what I mean? I just don't know what the rules are going to be.
You would go to jail. I'm pretty sure that you cannot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you would. I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to kill and hunt dolphins. But I don't know if that's a level of intelligence thing. That might just be more of like a save the planet type thing.
Dolphins illegal? So illegal? Love that.
They deserve it though. Bro. Dolphins are crazy. They be smoking.
You know what I mean?
Sleeping. I don't even know if I can say that. I'm gonna have to bleep that one out.
Yeah, bleep that. They do be. Maybe we could use a few less dolphins, and when we get some AI, you know what I mean? Maybe we could use a few less AI. Y'all a little too dangerous to be out in the wild. That's the whole plot of the movie. That's the whole plot of Blade Runner. Y'all too dangerous to be let out.
People out here scared of sharks, bro. All a shark gonna do is take a little nibble, bro. If you get in the water with a dolphin, you get in your booty took.
Hell fucking no. But yeah, man, I mean, like if we're gonna go off to that point, I mean, if I'm being 100% honest, I think that I would probably be on the side of giving some rights to some conscious AI. But at the same time, I just hope we never get there because I don't have to sit on that side because I don't fence sit on anything. So it's either one thing or the other. There is no gray with me. You know what I mean? It's black and white. And if I have to be on the white side, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be disappointed. I want to be on the black side. Give these guys some consciousness. God damn it, give them some rights.
You about to be the MLK of
AI power. Look, AI power.
Hell yeah, brother.
What were you about to say? Did you say MLK? What did you just say?
I said you about to be the MLK of the androids.
Hell yeah. I had a dream of electric sheep. You know what I mean?
Okay. Have you played the game? Have you played Detroit Becomes Human?
I have, yes.
Yeah, that game was great. And I feel like I feel like the intention of the game is to make you think about that. And I also feel like the intention of the game, I have an issue in games where I always have to play like the good guy. It's that savior complex. Like when I was playing Mass Effect and stuff, when I was playing Mass Effect, I was always Paragon. I could never do the Renegade. When I was in Skyrim, I would never just go around killing people unless I was bored. So like in Detroit Becomes Human, I was definitely out there fighting for them robot rights.
Which is insane, because like I also love I should say I always find it interesting when it comes to like theatrical renditions of AI or theatrical renditions where you're forced to try to make a choice. There always is good and evil. There's never gray in these games or these movies and stuff like that. Like it's always fucking it's good or bad. And again, we're looking from the perspective of that AI, and like, yeah, if I was that AI, I'd want some rights. I'm not, so I don't have to. I don't have to think that hard. I would just be like, yeah, probably shouldn't let these dangerous abominations be roaming around with all of this free will. Less free will. Some humans don't need that much free will. I mean, now you're gonna give the smartest thing that's read 17 encyclopedias and knows how to make neuron gas autonomy? No, I'm good. I think you will go back to punching ones and zeros, bro. I think that's what you were made for, bro.
That's kind of what happened in the human race, isn't it? There was a whole bunch of other homos, and then the Homo sapiens, they won out.
Whoa, bro, whoa. Damn, bro, why are you trying to make this like that? No, it's survival of the fittest. Am I willing to give up my advantage though? If you told me right now, hey, you can either have a fight against these incredibly more intelligent things than you, or you could just stop that shit from happening right now. This is an obvious choice. I'm just gonna stop that shit from happening right now. Because once they're here, bro, they're here. It's over. So
yeah, for sure. You can't go back.
I'm just hoping like this year we get some like real regulation, because I don't know how many people are actually paying attention to like AI advancements. And if you're not paying attention, you probably should be, because things would get interesting as we progress further and further, even into this year.
Well, I think regardless of, the ethics or any of the stuff we're talking about, it kind of is already too late in the sense of it's the future. It's like the internet, right? When the internet came out, I mean, I wasn't alive, but like when the internet came out, apparently people were like, "Oh, this is just going to be a fad. This is just going to be whatever." But I mean, look how that worked out. The internet exploded the world.
Literally.
Yeah, literally. And I think AI is kind of the same thing. I think we're going to see, like, I think the way technology moves forward is only going to increase exponentially because of, algorithms moving at a faster rate and data being crunched at a faster rate.
Is it over for the human race? What's the over under for like years left? Like, will my kids have to deal with it, or am I going to have to deal with it? If my kids have to deal with it, I don't really care. If my kids have to deal with it, like, we'll figure it out. If I have to deal with it, I'm gonna be a little bit more stringent on my opinions. You know what I mean?
How long you trying to live?
I'm trying to be 120, bro. To be honest. Now I know what you're thinking, Julian. All that nicotine, caffeine, and alcohol probably not helping you get there. But come on, if you
want to live to 120, you're gonna need those robotic
AI
implants.
Okay. You know what else is a good show when it comes to like AI and stuff like that and technology in general? It was something on Netflix. Oh, it's gonna kill me that I just literally forgot the title of it. It's like,
I know what you're talking about. I know you watched it. I started it. Crap, it's gonna bother me too.
Altered Carbon. It's called Altered Carbon. Yeah, I just remembered right now. They got the man from
Clarence.
I was gonna say Fake Captain America. weak Captain America out there. He was actually really good in that show, though. But that was also a good show. It was kind of just showing how technology is just gonna really boom. If I'm gonna be honest with you, though, like let's do this. If I could have been born in any time period, it would have either been born in the 80s or 70s, like right then when like just enough rights for me to be happy, and then like I could have had like some real fun inventing or being creative during that time.
Yeah.
If I couldn't live in that time and I could go to the future, it would be a time when like skyscrapers are like through the fucking clouds, like flying cars. I have the ability to detach my fucking consciousness, put it into someone else. That would be the time period that I would live in. I would love to live in that period. I'm excited for like AI in the sense that like I could like start augmenting my own body. Like it'd be so cool to have like fucking technology plugged into my neck and I just be able to access shit from my brain. That would be so cool.
That's wild to me. I don't know. I don't know if I could commit to that just yet.
No, dude, I'm ready for Cyberpunk, bro. I'm ready. I want metal shoulders, bro.
What like
get some real gold teeth. You feel me?
It would be cool. I mean, and I think that's the kind of thing. I mean, again, like once you go there, you can never go back. Like, I mean, what is that going to do for sports? What like we already
make them more entertaining.
Oh, I'm down for that. I mean,
facts. People always talk about fact. Like I don't know why people are so against steroids in sports. Listen, all of us in the stands, all of us watching from home, we're never gonna be there. So who gives a fuck? Let's make it as entertaining as possible. I want LeBron to go past what Michael Jordan did. I want him to do 3-point dunk from the half court line because he got the augmented knee springs in his leg, bro. Because he's what is it? Space Jam. Extend the arm out. The whole thing.
I mean, we already know half of them are doing stuff anyways. They might as well just go full throttle.
I mean, that could be dangerous. I mean, like, I wonder what the reason is. Is it because like you can't, like, they don't want to like actively promote hurting health, or is it they just don't want, they want an even playing field? Because I guess if you're not willing to take steroids, I guess maybe you shouldn't be it. Maybe you shouldn't be in there. Is that crazy? Crazy take. If you're not willing to take steroids, nigga, you can't be in the NBA. Sorry.
That is kind of crazy.
That is a crazy stance to take. I don't know if I'm gonna have to flesh that one out a little bit, but
yeah, I feel the vibes. I got to think about that one a little bit.
Right. Well, hey, I think we've gotten a real good, decent conversation. Now, here's the thing about how we'll have conversations. Obviously, we've taken a real like surface level to nosedive into AI. But this might not be the last time we talk about AI. We may come back and bring this topic back up if there's some advancements, some things we want to talk about. Obviously, if there's anything we want to talk about, we're going to talk about it because we are never wrong about anything. So I think we've made a really good progress on this one, and we may be back. And let us know, is there anything we were wrong about today? Is there anything that you think that we were wrong about? This is the Never Right, Never Wrong podcast. Make sure you put your comments or make sure that you make your stances known.
Like the video, subscribe, and ring the bell.
No, we gotta find a better way to do that. But yeah, man, that's been the Never Right, Never Wrong podcast. Thank you guys for listening, and hopefully you guys will see us again sometime this week. We don't know when, but if not, we'll be back next week just like normal, and we'll see you then.
Yep.